Hey, it's Brielle from Seibert Solutions, and I'm here with Rodrigo from bitvooodoo, and we're excited that we're going to be talking about Viewtracker today. So I'd love to open up the floor to you to help us understand your app.
Thank you very much for your time, and for your time as well. I am Rodrigo Garcia from bitvooodoo/Comunardo team presenting Viewtracker. Viewtracker is a small app that seeks to show the users how Confluence is being interacted with. Right now, this can be tailored for knowledge-based managers, even system admins. It has a wide range of scenarios, but it's better for me to show you rather than to talk about all the possibilities.
Absolutely.
So as a first introduction, when you install Viewtracker, you are going to have access to 3 different levels of information. The first one is here. Allow me to share that this is our public documentation, so this is real data that you can observe and see how it works. The moment that you install it, every one of your users will have an entry on the top right side named Content Report. When you click it, your users will see how this content evolved across time and on your defined time parameters, for example, alt time. Likewise, you can change the graphics that are generated here and observe perhaps let's switch to a smaller point cycle. My apologies. Good. Then you can observe any changes, react to them, perhaps something is outdated, something was fantastic, great, good. Likewise, from here, you can detect who, if your data privacy settings allow it, who viewed this page and observe more information. Here we have anonymous because this is an open space, so we have no way to track who viewed this page, which is then rendered as anonymous.
Okay.
Good. So this is per page. This is something that everybody can access. But we follow Confluence permissions in the sense that space admins should also have right to see how their space is being used for. For that, at the end of the sidebar, we can find the space report. This will give you, what is the word? Will give you all the data regarding this space. The first page is the overview. Over here, you will find the top content, top viewers, as well as other metrics like where do the view come from Confluence, from other interactions like Screw Viewport. I will share more about that in a second. As well as contributions or engagement like likes, on comments, things on this regard. As this is our documentation, or these numbers are empty, but for internal instances, this could be helpful to pursue. If you're interested in more details, for example, yes, I can see the top content, but what about this? It's really nice. We can go into more detail. We can see that the top content for the space of Viewtracker is the main page, followed by the content report, and perhaps let's jump to the last visited page, which is small detailed technical information. With this, we can observe how our which content is more popular, which content is not, and focus our efforts to keep our pages organized. Likewise, you can click on it and get more specific details of this unique page. Now, this is for the second level, for the space admins and everyone with access to these space metrics. We have the third level, which is for Confluence administrators. They will have an entry on top called, which can be accessed on apps, Viewtracker Global Report. Once they access this area, we can expect a similar user interface as the space report, with the slight difference that this one provides insights of all the spaces, all the top content, as well of the whole instance.
Oh, the whole instance, okay.
That is correct. This can help you detect, in this case, it's for apps documentation. This can help us detect which app is being generates the most views, which page from this app is the most searched for. Curiously enough, we have Enterprise Team as the top space. Enterprise Team is another one of our apps only for data center. So I would have expected that for cloud will be more interesting. And from here, we can also jump to more details. Okay, I see that Enterprise Team is the most popular, but what is from Enterprise Team the most popular? If you jump to this report, I'm sorry I didn't show it to you in more detail, it's the second report, Content and Usage Report. You can filter by spaces, content and users, which will naturally show you all the content which is popular over here, but you can further filter it. Content with no views, if you want to find outdated content, You can also filter by space. We realize that enterprise team is the most popular. Let's search why is it the most popular, enterprise team, and apply a filter. Then it will show us what are our users searching for within the enterprise team documentation, which are macros, mainly macros. So perhaps we need to focus a little bit more here, or perhaps we can go to the end scenario and see what are they not reviewing, what might not be interesting for them, and why. Lastly, I need to jump. Well, let me show you a little bit more functionality of it and not overburden you or your users as well. We also provide tools for system administrators or people who want to maintain their instance up to date, like measuring the attachments and very special for data center user, the storage as well. In this attachment report, you can filter and see all the attachments and where are they placed as well as their size, helping you make decisions if it's no longer needed, perhaps. Another very valuable application is the search report, which records all the queries integrated in this search bar over here, and it can let you know what are your users searching for and if they found it.
Oh.
For example, this term license was searched 4 times during the last 30 days, and it showed 65 results. So it means that the user possibly found a lot of information or the information that he was searching for. But it could be the other way around. The user could perhaps found something or search for something and didn't find anything. Here is a typo, template, or perhaps not a typo. One user searched for a template and didn't find any results. This will be interesting to find out why was no results over here, and perhaps redirect some efforts to make sure that this applies. This could be useful for the human resources team, and also for cases that they might be interested into sharing. We are also aware that some areas of Confluence, like Confluence Analytics users might know, are not possible to track. For example, calendars, or for example, more other third-party apps like Cosmos. This is something that we are working together with multiple partners as well to integrate. In this report, the URL report, you can find the same metrics that we discussed, mostly the same metrics, cloud limitations or apologies, that will show you more information. For example, we can turn on the tracking for Cosmos, as well as, well, this is our documentation. We don't have anything at the moment, but I can show you calendars. If a user jumps to the calendars, it will appear here when he saw the calendars and more information about him. Lastly, we have the instance report. So right now I show you reports that yield a lot of information, specific information about pages and spaces. But if you want to have a general overview about your number of users, specific metrics regarding attachment storage, you can do so here. By selecting your desired time span, it will show you this information. It will highlight that in the last time there were only 17 users active from 100. So this can be an insight to say, hey, maybe what are my users not doing? Why are they not here? Do they need the license? Maybe I can set licenses. Likewise for spaces, 82 of spaces are being seen. What about the other 20? Why are they not being seen? This could be helpful to make decisions. I will not jump into all these metrics. I will suggest that if somebody's interested, please reach out to us. We will be happy to help. And for data center, very important to mention is that we can help you for the measuring the attachment. We know that attachment and storage overall can be a bit tricky. So we integrated as well a metric to measure how much is this being handled. In cloud, it's a bit different, but as I said, for data center could be a critical point.
I could absolutely see why that's valuable when people, are trying to clean up their environment. We get that a lot from our customers, trying to clean it up. How can we clean it up? So
absolutely.
I will definitely be suggesting this as a great option. And,
we would be very thankful. And perhaps the last thing to emphasize, 2 last things, is that we can help you demonstrate by this heat map when is your Confluence instance more active. In this documentation, we can see that it's on Monday between this time span. This can help us to realize, hey, we release new information. Maybe this is the best moment to share this information. Lastly, we are data privacy compliant. In case for some reason your company cannot track the username and record it, we integrated the systems right now I jump to my test space to show you this information, as the other one was live information from our documentation. And over here, you can turn this setting on. You can define only certain specific users to see the usernames of the individuals involved, or no one at all. If you go to the extended privacy mode, no personal identifiable information will be shown to anybody.
That's a really cool feature.
Yes, we are very glad
important.
of it. Very requested as well. Even so, if the user goes back to standard settings, these views will remain encrypted. It will not be possible to obtain this information. Yes, perhaps. One last thing. My apologies for taking so much time. Is that we lastly released the Space Analytics report.
Oh.
It's great to have the metrics integrated on Space report and on content, but what about displaying them on pages? We saw that a lot of users were aiming to compare spaces, metrics, or perhaps create a report when they were on holidays. So for this, we decided to bring the metrics that you saw to Confluence pages. For instance, right now we can see a chart of this particular space and its evolution across time. But you can also filter this information in very visual elements like cards, like you can see here, as well as more textual elements like text numbers. For this example, if somebody goes into holidays and comes back, the newly published will be helpful. It can let you know which content was created and when. So this is a broad overview. I didn't go into a lot of details. I know it was a lot, but I thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. We'll drop a link too, so if people want to get a demo and get more information.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.
Meeting you. Thank you.
Likewise. Thank you. Thank you.